Hey everyone, it's Shani and I'm back with a Ship with Me. Today is Monday, February 17th. It is President's Day. So even though the post offices are closed, I am still going to do this Ship with Me so I can just stay on top of things. I am just coming off of my weekend on call as a full-time hospice on-call nurse. And so I had a busy weekend. I'm always wore out the Monday after I come off of call, but I do start my shift again at 5 p.m. I cover every night this week from 5 p.m. until 8 a.m. the next morning. We are supposed to be getting, I'm just going to say a blizzard because it sounds like we're getting 8 to 12 inches of snow predicted tomorrow while I'm on call. So it's kind of going to be a crazy week. And so I want to at least stay on top of this. Hey, ma'am, come here. Hey. Sorry. Come on, come lay down. Come on. Lou. Thank you, ma'am. We got our baby chicks, and so I'm trying to get her. She's a mini Aussie, and she does have a chase drive, and so we are trying to just let her be around them and used to them and hear them chirping. And we're training her. We're kind of training her with the chicks. So I don't know how this is all gonna turn out. So please, if you're the praying type, say a prayer that my dog does not eat any of my babies because they are so sweet and I love them. So okay, let's get started. Last week I am gonna say that it was not a huge flop. This weekend ended up being better than kind of what I thought it was going to be once it got started. Last week, I'll give you my numbers too at the end for last week, but I started out with a bang last Monday and Tuesday, the 10th and 11th. I sold 5 items each day, which is my goal. And then Wednesday came around, I sold 1, Thursday 1, Friday 1. And I was like, what is happening right now? I was still posting things. Now I think it was Thursday when I went to go get my chicks. That was just a long day. I did not post any new items for sale, but I did end and sell several items, and that usually kind of keeps the algorithm going. So I didn't know how the weekend was going to go. I did not, as much as I tried, I did not have drafts ready for Saturday and Sunday. I told you all I was going to work on that, and that was my plan, but you know how plans change. So I did not get my drafts up. And so that made me a little nervous going into the weekend. My Saturday was extremely busy. I was up all night Friday and then worked all day Saturday until the kind of early evening time. So I just didn't get anything posted on Saturday. Sometimes that definitely, whenever you miss a day, I'm saying this for me, this is just things that I have noticed. When I miss a day of posting new items or working in the app or, in the system, it doesn't affect me until several days later. And then it was like all of a sudden it's dead for a couple days. And it kind of takes the system a while to recognize like, hey, she is working. Let's let the people see her items. I don't know. That's just the way I feel that's what happens. So anyway, I am getting over my cold I had this last week, but I'm still hacking, coughing. So I apologize. That's just the way it's going to be. So I can't do anything about that. So thanks for joining. I had, how many items do I have going out today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 items going out today that sold Saturday and Sunday. That ended up ending my week at 20 sales, which is down from the week before. The week before, I had a pretty good week. I had 25 sales and my net profit was over $400. And so here, a week later, I'm 5 sales down and my net profit is like in half of what it was, even with those 5 sales. But I had 2 really good sales the week before. So overall, my numbers were $221 net profit. I normally always tell you guys my net profit. To me, as a reseller, when I watch other YouTubers or, I talk to other people that are resellers, I really don't care what a gross profit is, because there's a lot of factors that go into a gross profit. What is your cost of goods that you have in there? If you're, spending $10 just to make $20. So I really don't care about gross profit. My care is net profit, and that is for me personally. And so I feel like that's kind of what I represent is my net profit. Now I don't think it's bad to tell you gross profit, because there's a lot of things. If you want to, take out like what I pay for my eBay store, what I pay for my virtual assistant, those things. I also, when I tell you guys my net profit, I'm not, minusing those things weekly either. So that's just something to kind of be aware that when I tell you net profit, it means my gross minus taxes, minus the platform fees that's coming out of that item sale, and then minus shipping if there is shipping involved. So, okay, I'm going to get going and I'm going to shut up. So let's just get. All right, I only had one Poshmark sale, and this item I did get this last year, but I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull it up. I can't do 2 things at once right now. I've had too much coffee already. So I've not had a Poshmark sale since Wednesday the 12th. I had a Poshmark sale. And then this sold Sunday, yesterday. Now it's gonna go out. It is a hard good item. It's gonna go out in this 1095 box, which is kind of like the larger rectangle box. And I just order all of my priority boxes off of the USPS.com. I did get this last year. It was really pretty. I thought maybe it would sell around Christmas time, but it's this Totally Bamboo New Jersey cutting. It's a state serving board, cutting board, and it's really pretty. But it's the state of New Jersey. It is new with tag. I did not pay much for it. I think I paid a couple bucks. I've already claimed these cost of goods last year, and so they're not coming out in this year's totals, but I ended and sold similar. I dropped my price. I think I originally had it for like $19.99. I dropped it down to $13 and it sold. Because at this point, I just want to get rid of old inventory, even if it's like something I bought in November. Unless it's like an amazing item of some sort, I just want to make my money on it and be done with it. So I can focus on this year. And you guys know that I am trying to pay off my debt. And so if I get a reasonable offer on something, I am going to accept it, because I cannot pay my debt off if I don't sell items. So, and I'm looking for my tape. So anyway, it sold $13. And so it doesn't seem like a whole lot. My net profit ended up being $10.05 after the $2.95. Now, some people will not post anything less than $15 on Poshmark, because if it's an item less than $15, the automatic fee is $2.95. That doesn't really bug me. You just have to if you're going to post something on Poshmark, you just have to know that, you know, $2.95 is coming out of it. So anyway, and I already did make sure this was going to fit in here. I promise you I did. Oh, I'm trying to use these little chicken stickers up. They're so cute, and I did grab these little thank you. I got those, I think at the pallet place on Dollar Day. There's an entire huge thing of them. They're just like, thanks for supporting my small business. Okay. Okay, I know that this fit because I tried it. So I don't know why it's... Okay, I'm gonna mess with this after I get off here so you don't have to hear me. But anyway, it was fitting in this $10.95, so hopefully it will still fit. And I told you my net profit on that. So that was the only Poshmark sale I had. I did actually end up with a Mercari sale, which is right down here. And I want to make sure, yes, I had the right. So this is the one and only Mercari sale I got, and it sold yesterday as well. And it is this lot. These two are kind of stuck together. They're a lot of bras. I've told you guys I love selling bras. They are the Bali t-shirt bras is what they are. They were brand new, $29.99, wherever they were for sale. It kind of looks like maybe a Kohl's sticker. It doesn't really say, but just brand new bras. They're brand new with the tag. And normally I'll ship a bra in a poly, but these two did not want to fit good in my poly, and I didn't want to mess up the wire on them because they are underwire bras. And so I am going to kind of just wrap them. Now these sold for $19. On Mercari, I think I got an offer of $19. On Mercari, I do free shipping and then I pay for shipping out of my pocket. So that's something I always have to consider when I get offers on Mercari, is I'm the one that's gonna lose the money on the shipping. I do that just because I don't like Mercari shipping. So I normally will increase my price and just, you know, kind of consider the offer. Let me see what I paid or what I listed these on eBay for. So I listed these $19.99 on eBay. So when I posted them on Mercari, I probably would have posted them for like $25 in order to cover that shipping. And then I got a $19 offer. So I just had to decide if I wanted to, you know, basically be out of money for the shipping on that item. So I decided to go ahead and sell it. And so my net profit on this is $10.53 after I paid for the shipping. I use Pirate Ship. There's a lot of controversy around Pirate Ship on whether it's legit, blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna say I've never had an issue with Pirate Ship. I've used it for a long time, actually. I have never had an issue with using Pirate Ship. Knock on wood, I hope to never have an issue. But I'm gonna recycle this Amazon box is what I'm doing. And it's just going to go in here. I have to take the label off of the old Amazon box. I have these stickers I was gonna buy, and they said basically like when you recycle a box or packaging, you can put the sticker on the item and it says something like, please excuse me, I'm a recycled package or something. I'm trying to save the environment or something like that. So it's just gonna go into this box, and it fits pretty good actually. And I'm going to just tape it up. Oh, of course. Of course. I have one more roll. I've got to order that. Okay, so I will do this. I will put the label on it after I'm done. So, because my tape is over there. That's the way it goes. Okay, the rest of these are eBay sales. Okay. There's a truck outside. I can hear a truck running. Okay, here's another bra. And this sold on yesterday as well. And it is a Victoria's Secret Body by Victoria black lined demi underwire bra, racerback, size 38D. Anything black always gets, you know, it always gets the little fuzzies. So this is in excellent condition. Just a really pretty, with a little lace on it. I'm just trying to wipe off the fuzzies here. This will fit in a bag, in a poly bag, really well. So that's what I'm gonna do. I normally don't have a problem with using the poly bags for the bras, as long as it fits in there and I don't crunch it down or anything. I cannot stand the little fuzzies that get on black. I try my best to get them off. I mean, it's like you just wave it in the air and then all of a sudden you have fuzzies on it. Okay, that's as good as I'm gonna get it. Okay. So I thought I had bought this year, but I didn't. I could not find it. So I've already claimed my cost of goods on this. Last year, it sold for $11.69. So I must have sent them an offer and they accepted. And my net profit on this bra is $9.24 after fees and everything. So gonna go out in a 10 by 13. Not a lot of net profit, but you know, we'll talk about that. I'm okay being a bread and butter seller, and I know some of you that follow me, that is what you do. And those little bills or those little sales will pay your bills too. So it's just time and money is what you have to consider. Okay. Next item. Oh, sorry. I'm glad my hand was over it. This is a set of vintage Monticello bath towels. I love vintage bath towels. I love finding really pretty ones. I love selling them, even though some of them you can make a profit on, a pretty good profit. But a lot of them are just bread and butter. But there are people that they search for them. And so they're really pretty. I'll show you the tag in just a second. This one, the one I'm folding, its tag is kind of coming off. I did disclose that. And this is like a blue two-tone. My title reads, Vintage Canon Monticello two-tone blue floral bath towel lot of 2. I sold it for $15. They sent me an offer. I had posted this for $19.99 plus shipping. I got an offer of $15, and they are from Wichita, Kansas, which I am in Missouri, so it's not that far of a trek. Of course, I say that, and we're gonna get 8 to 12 inches of snow tomorrow. So these will probably sit in some shipping third party. Oh, that can be frustrating, just watching your items sit. So, okay, I am gonna wrap them. And then you all have seen me use my 18 by 18 polys. this is like the perfect item for me to do this on. I just get the shipping paper off of Amazon. I buy a big thing of it. And I do not have any affiliate links or anything. Maybe I need to look into that. I don't know, but here it is, all nice and tidy. I'm gonna put a little sticker on it and put a thank you for supporting my business. I try and do this. Sometimes I get lazy, or if I don't have them available next to me. But this is the 18 by 18 polys, and they're really awesome for like jackets, coats, things like that that can be kind of bulky. I just knew these bath towels would not fit in a 12 by 15, so I'm just using this. So this is just a little bit big for it, but that's okay. Now I could even like fold it down even more and package it that way, so I might kind of tape it once I get my tape. Okay, so I accepted an offer of 15 plus shipping. These sold yesterday, and my net profit on these is $12.82. So very happy with that. And I did get them, I believe, at the very end of the year. Let me just see if I can pull them up real fast, because I did not look. Since I claimed most of these cost of goods last year, I did not. Oh, here we go. So I bought these November 20th, so it is a fairly newer item, and my cost of goods was $2 for both of those towels. $1 each was what I paid for them. So anyway, if you consider that, then, you know, I made $10.82. But since I already claimed that last year, my net profit is $12.82. So I am happy with that. Hey, ma'am, get over here. Come on. Sorry, if I don't correct her, then she gets by with doing things I don't want her to do. So, okay. This sold yesterday as well. It's going to go out in a 10 by 13. And it is this Wrangler Rancher sleeveless pearl snap women's shirt, size 3X, red and white. I should have put tank because it is a tank. So that's something I could have added to this as well. But it's a cute little tank top, little Western Wrangler tank top. Here's the Wrangler, and it's got some cute pearly snap buttons, which people, they do like the pearl snaps. So, all right, and it sold. I took an offer on this as well. So it sold for $11 plus shipping. I think I had it for like $12.99 plus shipping. And my net profit, oh, I did buy this year, January the 15th. It was in a bag sale for 80 cents. And I sold it for $8.49, or my net profit is $8.49. So a really quick flip. So I'm super happy with that. All right. I decided I'm just going to take these to the post office tomorrow because the weather, it's supposed to kind of hit mid-morning, I think, or afternoon. So, okay. There's that one. You know, okay. I was telling myself to make sure I looked at my labels to make sure I didn't have any of them messed up. So, okay. This is gonna be a lower priced sale. It's an older item. This is a 10 by 13. This is logo by Lori Goldstein, asymmetrical hem, 3/4 sleeve, tunic, women's size medium. So I know we've talked about Lori Goldstein before. It's like a QVC brand. And it's not cheap, that's for sure. Look at that. Now I could have added artsy. That would have been a great keyword to add in my title, but I didn't. It's really nice feeling. Like it almost feels like luxe. I could have said luxe feel. I'm not the greatest at titles. Now I'm way better than I used to be. I think it really takes practice. And you know, one thing I do is when I look up comps, so when I search for an item to see kind of what it's selling for, I learn by other resellers and I look at titles, and I get a lot of my keywords from other resellers' titles, because there are people that are way better at titles than I am. And so that's how I do it, and it's made me better over time. So anyway, I could have added artsy, but I didn't. So this has been for sale for over a year. It's an old item. I ended it, sold similar, marked it way down to like $8.99, and I got an offer of $7.79, and I took it because I want to get rid of it. And I'm starting to wonder if it's really hard for me not to buy Logo by Lori Goldstein, because it did used to sell pretty good. Now it just sits. And when you search it and you filter and you see the sold comps, you'll see some of them still sell like $19.99 a shirt, $22 a shirt. But mine just sits. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know. But there are so many for sales. So it's just, the sell-through rate, when you look at how many are listed versus how many have sold, that's sell-through rate. And so it's it's probably not, it's probably pretty low just because there's so many listed. So I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if these, Logo by Lori Goldstein, Chico's, these items that used to sell pretty good, and they just kind of sit because we're so just infiltrated with them. I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't do like a standard sell price. Like if it's a Logo shirt, it's $8.99. If it's a Chico shirt, it's $8.99. And then, if there's something like a little more special, like a jacket or something that has a little something extra to it, marking it up a little bit. I hate to do that because, that kind of sets the tone in the industry on, that's why some resellers get a little bit mad, because if comps are saying, these shirts should sell around $19.99, and then you come in and you're only posting them for $8.99, that'll make other resellers mad. So, I don't know. It's just there's so many of them listed, and sometimes you got to do what's good for you. So that's just what I'm going to say about that. But I'm okay with it. It sold. I mean, seriously, I've had that for maybe 2 years, at least a year and a half. So my net profit on that was $5.49. I probably have less than $2 in it, but was it worth hanging on because I had it priced up? Was it worth it? Or could I have just posted it for $8.99 and sold it a year ago? I don't know. But it's sold and over with now, so I'm done with it. Lil, come here. She hears, my husband is in the kitchen and she hears him too. So she wants to go where she's going to get attention. Okay, this next item is a coffee mug, and you guys have seen this go out before. But you have seen the 3 blind mice go out. I am sending this in an 8x8x8 eBay box. I do calculated shipping on my coffee mugs because I want whatever's the best for the buyer. And sometimes when you do flat rate shipping, when you're a flat rate shipping person and you're trying to sell hard goods, especially like coffee mugs. It can be so crazy different because I could literally ship to 2 hours away and the shipping cost will be $6.40. But then if someone in California buys it, it's going to be $9, $10, $11 for a coffee mug. So I decided, last year sometime, to do calculated shipping on my coffee mugs because I felt like it was only fair for the buyer at that point. So this is a Kent Barton 222 5th coffee mug, slice of life, no evil, monkey hear, see, speak. That was my title. It's really cute. Look at that. You all have seen the Three Blind Mice one. So this is, I think, only the second monkey one I've sold, but I got all of these at an estate sale. Now, what I haven't told you about that estate sale is it was in a mansion, and it was my first time to go to an estate sale in a mansion. It was absolutely nuts. My mother-in-law went with me. Oh, and my husband went with us too that day. But it was crazy. They had downstairs in the basement, she had a room dedicated to all of her place settings, all of her dinnerware. I mean, it was crazy. And there was so much of it that she just had stacks of plates and cups. And so I ended up getting these coffee mugs by the bar down in the basement for $2 each. And this last year, second half of the year. But this one sold not $14.99. They did use my 10% off coupon, so they saved $1.50, and my net profit is $10.03. So I am very happy with that. These mugs have sold well. So I'm just gonna, I kind of already had it ready. Now some people, they will be like, I don't use newspaper. I do. I mean, if this bugs people, then, you know, I have other things to worry about than whether someone's using newspaper to ship something to me or not. So anyway, I actually like it. I feel like it is a great way to recycle. Okay. So when you pack glass, I've had things break on me. I feel like you learn the hard way sometimes if you are a hard goods seller and you send glass. But there is a fine line between overpacking and packing just right. And so I have found that if you pack it, of course it's in bubble wrap, the item is in bubble wrap, but if you pack it to where it is not going to, like it's not moving around, it seems to be the right amount. So that's kind of how I pack items. When I have like those bubble things that come, I love using those. Those are a great way to kind of put at the top and the bottom of your items. So this is going out. Once I get my tape filled, I will tape that off of camera. And I feel like that was a really good sell. So, okay, the last item I have is, this sold on Saturday, and I'm gonna send these in a poly, even though they're shoes, because they fit. Okay, it's going out in a 10 by 13. They are Vionics, and they took, actually, even though they're Vionics, they took a while to sell. But I did get them this last year. So they are these Vionic perforated leather ballet flats, Whisper Sangria, women's size 8. So they're just like some really nice flats. They're this pink, they're calling them Sangria. I do have just a little bit of kind of fluff down in there. They actually look like they have not been worn. But you can tell someone has had their foot in them, but they are just in amazing condition. Like they were maybe worn once They're just in amazing condition. Sometimes you just, from sitting. Okay. So they fit in a poly together. So I'm going to protect them with this little poly bag. Oh, you know what? I meant to put my thank you. Now these were listed for a while. I did end them and sold similar. I lowered my price, and these finally sold for $21.60, which is kind of down for Vionics, but they just were not. I would get a few likes on them, and then it was like, it was like no one was looking at them. So I just decided, let's lower the price. So I did, and then I must have sent this buyer an offer, and they accepted. So now this is something I'm gonna do just because they are shoes and I'm sending them in a poly. I just wanted a little extra protection. So I'm wrapping them as well, if that makes sense. Am I going overboard? Probably. There are a lot of resellers that they just, you know, they put the stuff in the bag and they're done with it. Sometimes I'm like, why can't I just be like that? But it's my own like weird thing. So that's just the way it is. Okay. So even though I'm shipping in a poly, it feels pretty good and protected. And so that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to get, they are, I think, Florida. They're going to Florida from Missouri. So I definitely didn't want anything to happen. So, okay. All right. Well, that is all. Now I'm going to give you guys my numbers. I am happy. I'm happy with, I know I only had, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only had 8 items sell this weekend. I'm still happy with that. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Oh, and you know what? I am meeting a lady today. I am supposed to be meeting a lady. Those 2 shirts that are hanging right here. One is a Suzanne Suzanne Betro, that this one is, and it's a size 2X. And then this is an UMG. Some people call it UMG, some people call it UMG. I normally say UMG, but she wants both of those shirts. The total price together was $25. She lives about 40 minutes away, but is going to be in town today, and she's been watching some of my items for a while. So she asked if I could meet. She was willing to pay the $25, but I told her if she met me and followed through, I would sell them to her for $20 for the both of them. So I like to do that for local people. If you do sell on Facebook Marketplace, that's a good way to get local people to follow you, and maybe you'll have repeat buyers. I have a few little repeat buyers that just kind of follow my items. And I always, anytime I meet with them, I freely tell them I'm a reseller online. So if you ever find items, I will always give you a deal if you're willing to meet me close to my home. And that way, you know, I don't have fees coming out. I don't have to ship the items. And I'm going to be out and about today anyway. So hopefully she will follow through and I'll have $20 in my pocket. And that's 2 items that I'll sell today. And I've sold one thing on Mercari already. And I have sold one thing on Poshmark already for the day. So that's exciting. I did get an offer. It was a little bit low, so I did counter offer on Poshmark, and they have not bought that. It was for 4 items, and they have not purchased that. But I see this girl is still adding more things now, so she's shopping my closet. So that's good news. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, I'll look at what everything she's added, and then try and just consider an offer. Hopefully she'll send me an offer and we can make an agreement, because she's adding quite a few things to her bundles. So, okay, so numbers for this last week, February 10th through the 16th, I had 20 sales. I think I said that at the beginning, which is down 5 sales from the week before. My net profit was $221.85. For those of you that follow me, you know that I am really trying hard to pay off debt this year with everything I make. So I am taking a certain percentage every week and paying off towards a bill. So I've already paid my student loans off. I started doing that at the end of last year and I got them paid off. That was about $1,400 I owed. I think it was around 14 when I started. So I've moved on to my new bill, which was around 1,000 right when we started. And I think I made 2 or 3 payments in January. And then so far in February, I looked that up for you guys just to tell you. So far in February, I have paid $215.72. That is with the monthly $30 payment that I have to pay anyway. That's just automatically deducted from my account. And then I had a payment of $108.12 and then a $65.72 payment. So that's pretty good. That's an extra, that is pretty good actually. So, this week was a little bit smaller. I did decide this last week, I decided to bump from 20% of my net profit up to 25% of my net profit. And that's why I will make extra every week. So this last week, I took 25% of the $221.85 and my payment is $55.46. So prior to getting on this video, I signed in and I made my payment. And so before the payment, I have it down to $590.96 is all I owe on it, which is great because, just over a month ago, I owed $1,000. And so that can show you what, I bet probably 6 weeks ago is when I started, I owed $1,000. So that's truly amazing when you really just make yourself stick to something and do it. So I did pay the $55.46. So next week I will have a new total for you. So even though I'm a little bummed that was all I could pay, I still have to leave money in for cushion, for new inventory, for taxes, for things like that. So I don't want to go over that, but that's where we're at, folks. And this is why I'm doing what I am doing. So hopefully I can do this full time and eventually pay off our bills. So, all right, that's all I got for today. I hope everyone's week's getting started great. I hope your weekend was great. If you're a reseller, I hope you had a awesome weekend, way better than mine. But I'm not complaining about mine either because, I still made money and I still sold items. So, all right, have a great one. I'll see you tomorrow.